trends, and it's a very dynamic workplace now. We've got all sorts of things happening, and people are trying to figure out and understand intuitively that there's a new model, and what does that mean? So a collision is occurring. So if you are someone who's super, super risk averse, you hate it every day because you want things to go back to the way they were. And maybe you have board members like that. Maybe you have other people on your executive staff who, start talking about the good old days of the 1980s, the 1990s even, that was wonderful, and people just absorbed the newsletter and bought the magazine, and that was it. But again, that world's gone, so we're going on to the next thing. And this collision and this mashup is all coming together with technology and information and people. So just to kind of put something behind that, some actual numbers. I pulled this together, and I just thought it was really interesting because I know that on the phone and on the webinar we've got marketing people, we've got communications people, and we have event people. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of show you roughly, now this is just in the United States, what we're looking at here in terms of, let's say, overall numbers. So marketing professionals, we've got 23,000. The certified meeting professionals, the actual CMP that you get after your name coming from MPI, 14,000. And then did you know that there's this whole thing called event marketing with 10,000 people in that? Some sort of crossover. A lot of marketing people, a lot of meeting people, event people not even aware that this crossover is happening. We at eTouches just went to their annual conference this year. Biggest turnout they've ever had, and in record numbers, and we're seeing now all this talk about event marketing and what it means and why it's so important. So right there, a trend to just take home. Think about event marketing as another discipline that you might want to specialize in as you go forward. And a whole new career path is being opened up that combines these two worlds because it's so important, as we'll see today as we go forward. Okay, so just kind of an interesting piece there. So events, why have they become such a hot area? Why are marketers starting to say, hey, we got to pull that in? Why now it used to be that events were kind of relegated to the tactical, right? Hey, somebody needs to figure out the actual dates and the venue and the hotel and when people are going to arrive and who's going to take the money for that, who's going to badge them, who's got the sessions, and that person was basically doing logistics and tactical maneuvers. And that was the sum total of the event planner. And somebody else, maybe marketing, did the communications out there, they did the brochure, they did the emails, they did the social media perhaps on it, and that was a different piece of it. And then maybe your subject matter people did the actual content sessions, right? So they actually found the speakers, the publications department, whomever handles that content, they came in and did that piece. And see, that whole world is changing now. So over the last, let's say, 12 months, I've gone to 40+ event industry association kind of events